Now we get a chance to get joined by one of the most electrifying characters in all of sports.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody that we were introduced to whenever there was no crowd in the fucking UFC.
Mm-hmm.
A guy that came out, dominated, talked shit in an incredible accent. Yeah. And then we all said, holy hell, who the fuck is this guy? Paddy the Baddy. Who is Paddy the Baddy? Then we heard the noise get made. Then we heard all the side stuff. We said, this guy's hysterical. This guy's a badass. This guy's seasoned. And he says to Dana White, you get us into the O2, we'll blow the roof off the gaff. We said, what the fuck is a gaff? It's a house. He did just that. First round sub this past weekend. Now I believe he's in a food coma and hopefully taking care of his LCL. Ladies and gentlemen, the next face of the fight game. Paddy the Baddy Pimblett.
Yeah!
What's up, dude?
What's happening? How are we, the fellas? What's going down?
Hey, am I allowed to say Scouser? Is that something like only Liverpool people are allowed to say?
No, you can say it if you want, but it's Scousers, not Scousers.
Okay, Scousers.
There you go.
Hey, are you the toughest Scouser of all time, or is this a natural thing for Scousers to be badass humans?
We're just all badass, to be fair, but there's a lot of fighters from this city, like, a lot of fighters.
How'd you get into it originally? You were fighting on the street and then people said, hey, you should start training, or have you always been mixed martial arts badass?
I just started doing MMA when I was 15 and was good at it, so continued to train.
We talked about, we watched them talk during your fight, okay? And it was interesting. It was a quick fight, obviously. Hey, first round. So, torn LCL. Ain't nothing to a Scouser. It's always going to be entertaining whenever you fight. But we heard them talk, and they said, everybody thinks Paddy's like a bomb thrower and like knock people out. He's like, this dude is a jiu-jitsu master on the mat. I don't think a lot of us knew that because we're kind of getting introduced to you. Is that something that you have always been better at? Have you been a bomb thrower, or you kind of got both of them? That's why you're the next fighter in this whole game.
Well, years ago I was just a grappler, know what I mean? I had to evolve my game and become a striker also. That's why in my first UFC fight I wanted to show everyone my striking, because a lot of people were just calling me a grappler. That's why I said he's getting knocked out. And then that's why in this fight I didn't really mind. I said he's getting finished in the first. I don't know if I'm going to knock him out or submit him, because just whatever comes. And I just took whatever came and it was his neck.
Dude, you just, hey, when you got his back and you're just drumming his face, like it literally, and I'm not a fighter and I know nothing about it, but we could almost see you saying, you're going to give me your fucking chin at some point. All right, just give me it. Now, you had your legs completely, I mean, I've never seen somebody more comfortable, just completely locked in around that fucking guy like a goddamn boa. And then you're playing drums on his face. And it's like, hey, you're going to give me this chin at some point. And then as soon as you locked it in, they're like, it's over, it's over. And then you go bananas. And I think the fact that you go bananas is why we all love you so much. Before that fight, okay? Oh, Paddy the Baddy. Oh, Paddy the Baddy. And you're fucking high-fiving everybody. You're dancing around. You're doing that whole thing. And then moments before the fight started, you flipped the switch. You flipped the switch and you became like this locked-in human being. Is that how you are every fight? Are you always loose and then once the cage gets in there, you become a maniac? Or is that just natural for you?
Yeah, that's just what I do. Like I enjoy the walkout. The walkout's boss. I love jumping up and down and getting the crowd going. That's what I was born to do. But once the cage door's shut, it's only you and him in there. So you need to keep your eyes on him and get worrying about him. Until you've won, that's when you forget about the crowd until you've won.
Is there any intimidation that happens in there from you to him or him to you before the fight? Are you trying to do mental games at all, or is it just you doing your thing?
Yeah, you probably could be saying you're trying to use a mental game, to be honest, yeah, but you just know once everyone gets out the cage, it's just you and him in there, that it's you and him having a fist fight. You haven't really got to worry about anyone else, so if you wanted to get a little advantage doing that, then yeah, but I just see it as I'm going to punch your head in now.
Hey, he said that he thought you weren't serious enough to be in the fight game. I'm assuming you've heard that forever. Have you always been this carefree and joyful, and do you see this being for you for the rest of your life?
Yeah, this is me forever, lad. I can't help it. I just enjoy fighting with people. It sounds mad to say, but I enjoy getting punched and punching people in the head. Even though I hardly punched them in the head, I kicked them more.
Hey, Paddy, right before they announced you as the winner, one of the funniest things of all time, and it kind of got lost in all of it because you jumped over, dapped up Dana White, you did the whole thing. Right before they said, you're a winner, you did he had your hand, you did this like shrug, smile to the camera. Yeah, it was awesome. I started laughing so hard. My wife dying laughing. You were beloved by everybody. Have you talked to Dana since the fight? And has he thanked you for everything you've brought to the fight game? Because you are different than everybody. Everybody, it feels like.
No, I haven't. I haven't spoke to him since the fight, like since I jumped over and whispered in his ear. He's probably back in America now, but I'm hoping to be back in America in the next few weeks. So you never know, I could end up bumping into him again.
What you whisper in his ear?
That's definitely another 50 grand for me. I'm never in a boring fight.
Were you surprised you weren't one of the co-main events?
No, because Arnold Allen's on, like, he's on a 9-fight win streak now, and Tom Aspinall's the heavyweight main event lad. I gathered that, to be honest. I knew it wouldn't be. But I'm just made up for them two as well, getting the win, made up for Molly getting the win, and it was a big night for UK MMA in general.
Hey, the building showed up too. The fans were fucking awesome, Paddy.
Well, imagine when you come to Liverpool. Imagine when you actually come to Liverpool. Because that's London, that's not my hometown.
Hey, those people were all there for you?
Yeah, of course he was.
I heard, I was so confused. I was watching the fight. I actually put out a tweet, and you wouldn't have seen this, obviously, but a lot of people did. I said, hey, can somebody let me know when Paddy's fight is? Like, when is Paddy's fight? I literally just tweeted that out. And they're like, it should be around 5:30. I'm like, oh, so that must be the end of this thing. So then I go over at 5:30, and, you know, the math of the time, 6 hours, I think, 5. Fuck, I'm too dumb for that. But I literally turned on the fight, and they're like, after the thing, they're like, oh, there's more fights after this. I was like, whoa. What is the deal? I thought you were going to be the showstopper. I understand the guy did a great job, but the fans throughout the entire night were banana lands. You said, let's go to Anfield. Do you think Dana's going to do more European fights after how the fans showed up and how the night went?
Yeah, 100%. He's going to come back to the UK before the end of the year. I know he is. And I probably will be the main event.
How about that guy that called you out? What's that all about?
Hand sanitizer, boy.
What do you mean?
Yeah, give him his due, lad. He looked good, he did, but he got it with that head kick hard. If I hit him with that head kick, lad, he doesn't recover. I take his back and choke him dead fast. But you never know, could end up fighting him in the future. For now, lad, I'm 1-0 up, lad. I bounced the hand sanitizer off his head and he done nothing about it.
Oh my God. Okay, so let's move. You are the guy that everybody's calling out now. Is that interesting? Because you've probably been the guy hunting for a long time, hunting now. Now you've become the guy with a bullseye on your back. And you said you're not going to, the lion doesn't concern themselves with the opinion of the sheep. You are the lion in this game. Your mane, by the way, is fantastic. The hair is fantastic. The only person you called out was Instagram, I think. And you didn't call them lizards this time, but you called them the biggest bullies of all time. Are you still battling with Instagram? What's that all about?
Yeah, 3 weeks before my fight, my new account got disabled on 920,000 followers.
Why? What did you do? Do you bully people on there? What do you do?
Because I put a video of a young boy who's 3 and he's got a disease, he's dying, know what I mean? And I brought him on the stage with me at the UFC weigh-in, and some piece of shit commented something horrible about him. So I reported the comments. Instagram didn't remove the comments. So I've then went in on one on him saying, you're a piece of dog shit. My account got took off me the next day for calling him a piece of dog shit.
Isn't that bullshit? Hey, isn't that it? Because that person who's a nobody could say something, and if you respond, you're not professional, you're violating policies and everything like that.
It's an absolute disgrace. So that's why I had that to say about Zuckerberg, lad. He's the biggest bully on the planet. He's took my livelihood away from me, me platform that I use to help people with mental health and charities and little kids GoFundMe pages. They took that away from me, but you know, it's all right because they're still earning money.
How old are you, Paddy?
27.
You have this joy about you, dude. It is awesome to watch. Why do you think that is? Do you just enjoy every moment of your life? Do you try not to, focus on any of the bad shit? Why do you think you are such a positive person in a combat sport?
Because I'm just not like everyone else, you know what I mean? Everyone else tries to conform to one way or the other. Like, they'll try and be something they're not, where I'm just me. If anyone ever wanted me to be anything else, they wouldn't. It'd just be weird. because I'm just me. I don't try and put on any act. I don't try and do anything different. And I think people can just see how much of a genuine person I am, and that's what draws them to me. And the fact I go wild when I win.
Yeah, how do you not though, right? Aren't you like super, like at that moment, whenever you do the shrug, is it like everything I've worked my ass off, all the dieting I've done, where, by the way, we've seen you. Hey, you cleaned some shit up here last night. I think I saw you with a couple burgers, some pizza, some wings.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
An entire thing. You actually said, I'm going into a food, I'm going to get a little fat. You said, me going to get a little
The last Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, I've ended up in a food coma. 3 nights on the bounce. The missus isn't happy.
Hey, when you're retired, you're going to be like 300, 400 pounds or what?
Yeah, when I retire, lad, I'm moving over to America. I'm just going to eat pure fucking all sorts. Yeah, look, that was last night. I ate me burger, a portion of chips, and a full portion of them wings. And then before, there was another half a portion of wings left and half of me bird's wrap. So I ate me bird's wrap and the wings.
Hey.
When I got back from my run.
Hey, congrats on enjoying life.
Hell yeah.
But how long is the fight camp? How long is the diet? What is the training like getting ready for that fight that ended?
That fight was like 10 weeks or something, which is mad because for 10 weeks I eat like a monk. I've got to train like a monk, and then everything else. I don't go out, have a bevy, don't do nothing. And then literally away in it's set 155, and then now it's Wednesday and I'm about 188 or something.
How long does it take for you to get back down in the 10 weeks? Does it go quick? Like, are you back in shape?
Yeah, I get back down to 77 like in about 4 or 5 weeks, and then from there I just maintain and slowly get my weight down because I still do like 10 pounds in water.
What happened to your LCL? What is your LCL? Is that's one of the ligaments? Obviously, you tore that in practice.
Yeah, I popped it the other week when I was wrestling with Jason. It popped. And obviously I just got on with it, but the next, later on that day, I couldn't walk properly. It was 3 weeks out, and then on the Friday I had to work around it. I just had to take lots of anti-inflammatories and not do much on it for a little week.
Did it worry you?
Down.
Did it worry you at all?
It's still injured now, but I just crack on, lad. We're not bitches.
Did that worry you at all, or no?
I've done it before. Leading into a fight, I'm like hypermobile. My flexibility is quite weird, so me popping stuff's quite normal.
Are you going to get surgery on that to get fixed, or is it just going to heal itself because you're
bad?
Yeah,
just let that heal up.
When is your next fight, you think? I guess you haven't talked to Dana. You said you're coming back to America in a couple weeks. I think the whole world would like to see you back in there. But hey, for the right fucking price, Paddy. Make sure it's for the right price.
Yeah, of course. I'm hoping we get contact renegotiating after this one, because I proved how much I'm worth the other night with a crowd there.
Yeah, and it's been reported you made $12,000 to show up, $12,000 for the win, and then a $50,000 bonus. You don't have to tell us if those are accurate numbers or not, but are you negotiating those, or you have an agent negotiating you with those, or?
Yeah, like my manager doing it for me, and he's always got my best interest at heart, so I'll always have him doing it for me.
Hey, I think Dana knows now. It has to.
Yeah,
I don't know how he didn't before. I think we all knew. Honestly, when I turned that fight on, I thought you were the fucking main event. I thought it was the last fight. I'm like, all right, this is awesome. How do we go from here? And then we got 2 more fights left. I'm like, what the fuck? How is that even possible? What was it like afterwards? The party, the bevies, pretty heavy?
It was quality, to be honest, lad. As I say, I'm more about my food than my drink. So I had one alcoholic drink, and then just ordered loads of wings and burgers and that. I was starving, lad. Absolutely Hank Marvin.
You and Meatball Molly just fucking destroy a restaurant?
And Molly was drinking alcohol raw, lad. She was drinking it raw, and she just runs around on one. And then I'm just sitting there with me burger.
You two train together. Big friends, good friends. How long have you known each other?
About 10 years, 10 years, you know what I mean? Long time.
What was that song you guys were singing in the locker room before? It looked like the most peaceful locker room of all time. You two started singing that song. It was like the greatest promo video I've seen. What was that song?
That's our mates from Liverpool. My mate, Jamie Webster. That's his song, to be honest. Weekend in Paradise, I think it was we were singing. But he's got 2 albums out, so we have his tunes on all the time.
Last question from me before the boys have them. Justice for 90...
The 97.
97. Okay, so I've heard 96 and 97. I tried to look up what it was. Something happened where there still has been...
it was 96, but then another person, I think it was last year, succumbed to their injuries, last year. So it's the 97 now.
What is that? So for the Americans that don't know, because obviously it was something that the entire arena was singing alongside of you, and you're a very passionate person, good person. It had to be something. I looked into it a little bit. I don't think I fully understood what it was, though.
I hope it over 30 years ago now. I wasn't even alive at the time. Because of like police errors at a stadium, bad communication between the police. They let like too many fans in, and they used to have big metal fences at the front. And where there's too many fans in there, people got crushed against the fences. People suffocated and died and stuff. And for a while after it, Liverpool fans got the blame. There was papers reporting that we were pickpocketing. Well, fans were pickpocketing dead people on the floor and pissing on them and that, like urinating on them. And so that's another reason why I say we don't buy the Sun, because in our city we don't. That paper tried to make us look like disgusting toe rags, and a lot of the country believed it at first. The establishment worked against us, but you never keep a Scouser down, lad, and we come back with a vengeance.
Hey, thanks for taking a stand for that and opening that up for a lot of people, because I honestly looked it up and I'm like, man, this guy seems to be the perfect fucking human. He's happy, he beats people's ass, seems to take care of people, and now he's screaming for something that's happened before he was even alive. Hey, Paddy, you're a fucking awesome guy. I hope you know that. I mean, you eat a lot of food, you beat the fuck out of people. You're an awesome dude, though. I hope you know that you have massive amount of fans everywhere. Go ahead, Ty.
Paddy, as your notoriety and like your star increases, have you thought about, like obviously everyone just immediately compares you to being like Conor McGregor. Like, are there guys that you want to call out or that you have your eye on, or is it really just like hey, whoever they put in front of me for the time being, I'm just gonna continue to beat their ass? Like, is there anyone you're kind of eyeing up that you'd like to fight coming up?
Nah, it's just it really is genuinely for me. Whoever they put in front of me, I don't care. Like, I'll fight anyone, but make sure what I'm getting paid is worth what I'm getting paid to fight this person.
Yeah, this is a business now. This isn't back whenever you're selling out fucking arenas, Paddy. Do you think about that? I know you've talked about it a lot, and I think the reason why I like you so much, and I put out a tweet that I'm so happy for this dude. A lot of people talk. A lot of people talk. You talk, hey, I'm the new face of the fight game. With your incredible accent, you actually say it, and it's like, oh, shit, I like the moxie on this guy. And then you go and just bury people. It is, not a lot of people can do both. Not a lot of people can do it. You're a special fucking human, Paddy.
That's just me, that I always say it. I was put on this earth to do this. Fight people and entertain people. I'm just good at it. People say they're drawn to me, and I've got that it factor, and sound. That's boss, lad. It's nice to hear, because I'm just being myself.
Hey, you used to be known as a grappler. Now you worked on your fighting. Is there anything you got to continue to work on right now, or you feel like you're the best fighter you can be?
No, that's how I fucked up years ago, lad, thinking I was the best and I was only 21. You get better every single day in the gym training, so I'll be back in the gym next few days, working my ass off again, lad, to get better.
Hey, that's a miserable profession, that training. It is so tiring. I mean, the cardio is exhausting. Then you're also eating punches. Yeah. People are doing everything. You love every part of it, huh?
Yeah. The part I hate the most is the dieting. And that's a fact. That's what I hate the most about this sport in general, dieting.
Will you ever go up a weight class?
No, I'm too small for that weight class. But in the future, when I get a bit older and I am a bit like more naturally bigger as well, and yeah, maybe, but for now I'm a 155er.
What's the goal? What's the goal for you in this entire thing? Just to become the greatest of all time?
Yeah, because I do this for legacy. I don't do it for fame or fortune or nothing. I got into this sport just to show them how good I am.
Let's get some fortune, though.
Yeah, it comes with the charity.
Go ahead, Connor.
Paddy, do you have like a mental timeline of when you want to fight for the title? Like, do you think that's something that'll happen before the year's out, or is that almost something?
No, I'm not unrealistic, lad. That's going to be like a 2025 thing or something, lad.
What? How come?
Just take it one step at a time, lad. We'll see. Especially now, the way my money is, lad. If I'm fighting for this amount of money, then I don't want to fight anywhere near for the title yet. I want to be getting paid championship money before I even fight for the title.
Oh, that's smart, by the way, because you're bringing championship sales. Mm-hmm. Hey, that guy hit you with Bisbing asked you about a bunch. And by the way, Bisbing, I I don't know enough about him. A lot of respect, though. Massive respect. He does well. But all he talked about and all the people talked about is, he caught you early. He caught him early with a punch that wasn't expected. That's why the entire thing went to the ground, basically. I think the last time we talked to you, you said, like, when you get punched in the face, it, like, wakes you up. Did that happen in that fight?
Yeah. As Paul said to me as we went back in the back, "See, lad, what did I say? You need..." Because I said to Paul, I think we're going to have to start getting Paul to punch me in the back before I walk out.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Can we stop that? Can we change that a little bit or no?
I swear, lad, I'm going to have to get a proper slap across the face or something just to wake me up. Because I do it all the time, lad. It does me own head in, but it's one of them, lad. It makes the fight even better. Because without that, lad, that would have just been a little takedown, domination on top for a minute and then a submission like it was anyway. But I got the crowd going first, lad. Got their heart sinking.
Yeah, you got mine. I mean, I was watching like, oh, shit, dude, what's going on? And then I literally remembered you saying, no, I got to get punched in me face to wake up or whatever. I'm like, what a fucking specimen you are. Was there any moment you were worried or out or close to? No. When you stumbled there, it was just like, oh, shit, didn't expect that to come. There was never a worry.
Yeah, no, that's something else what I do a lot as well. I shoot a stupid, sloppy, single leg takedown, lad. I always do it. Say like someone catches me with a punch in a fight, I'll lean against the cage and then push off the cage and do it. That's where like I let people push me to the cage too much. That's something I need to work on. But like the takedown was fucking disgraceful, lad. I'm so disappointed in myself. Like when he asked me about my performance, I was like about a 5 out of 10 because that wasn't a good performance. That personally, like I just got the win.
Hey, you gotta win, dude. All right? Listen, you can watch film, you can get better. Let's not get crazy. As soon as that thing went to the ground, that's when I think we all learned that you were an incredible grappler and a jiu-jitsu guy. I was like, no, Paddy, this is where Paddy wants to be. This is exactly where it was. I'm like, really? I didn't fucking know that. And literally, look, your leg's so far wrapped around, that's like teach tape, right? Like, hey, try to get your legs wrapped around as close as possible and then just play drums on his cheeks. Literally, you just play drums on his cheeks and then you choke him out. There was never a doubt, huh? You were in complete control that entire time on the ground?
Yeah, I knew that was coming, lad. As soon as I got on top of him, like if you watch it, I think it's like, from the moment I get on top, it's like 50 seconds until I submit him. You know what I mean? I knew it was going to be like that as soon as he'd give me his back. That's what we said. Like, if you probably on me vlogs, it'll be on where Ellis and Paul will say Paddy will end up on top. Vargas will make a mistake and give his back, and that's it. Paddy will capitalise from there, and that's exactly what happened.
Is that how you planned? Is that like every fight you have a game plan on how you can beat said person? Like this one you probably knew was going to end up in a sub, or no?
That was what we said before, and like it's more than likely going to be a submission this one. And I'll probably end up taking his back because he gives you his back.
How's your cardio? Are you just incredible cardio? You didn't look tired at all, ever. And you celebrate it in like the wasted energy, people call it. You do it all.
I used to be bad, you know what I mean? When I used to cut a lot of weight to make 145. But ever since I moved up to 55 and started working with my S&C coach and nutritionist now, Paul Reed, my cardio is perfect.
Did you just burp up a burger right there in the middle of your sentence?
Yeah, mid sentence there. Like.
Hey, what's on the menu for today?
Well, I'm just eating some Galaxy chocolate now.
What is that? Right. Galaxy chocolate?
Galaxy. Got caramel in the middle.
Oh, nice. Milk chocolate there? Dark chocolate?
No, milk, and then these are the Malteser truffles.
Hey, so today's a sweets day? Oh,
every day's a sweets day.
Except for those 10 weeks that you got to fight somebody.
I came home and the missus had all that just there.
Oh, yes! Wow! Congrats on the win!
With the gaff lad.
Oh! Look at that egg! So that's like the European Reese's. Oh! Let's go, dude! Donuts!
Donuts.
Oh! Let's go. Big Cat just saw that in one bananas. Let's go.
These are heavy. These cookies. Get on these.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Is that chocolate chip there?
Yeah, the heavy. And then you have like and then the steel cheesecake.
Is that all today, or is that just in the next few days, or whenever you get to
Nah,
it?
this is next few days.
Oh my God, man, I love you. I think that is something that I'm an eater as well. Have you always been?
I'm a bad eater, lad. I'm terrible for it. Like, I eat too much.
No, you don't. You fucking eat, and then for 10 weeks you don't. You beat people up in front of thousands and thousands of people, then you eat again. You're doing just fine.
That's a good ratio there. You're right. That's what I do. I get fat.
Yeah. And then you get 10 weeks, you get thin, and you become a fighting machine. Then you kill people, then you don't, man. It is. So we used to have to do that for weed, right? So like for the NFL, we get tested for weed. Everybody's got to stop smoking for like a month. You just have to stop eating for 2.5 months, and then you're off and running.
That is what I have to do. Get off that, you little bastard.
Who's that, dog? What's that, dog?
Yeah, eating me wrappers.
What type of dog do you have?
An XL Bulldog is. Lenny?
Oh. Sit!
Who's that, Lenny? Just starts to eat wrappers and that. No, get away from the donuts, lad.
It's amazing. The next time we talk to you, I assume you'll have a whole new gaff, by the way. You'll have You have a whole new gaff. The missus will be able to stuff it with even more donuts. Go ahead, Tone.
Paddy, you dropped the Hank Marvin Starvin earlier, and obviously we know bees is money and Barney Rubble is trouble. Do you have any other favorite slang terms that you could drop on us?
Lad, know what? I'm terrible when you put me on the spot like this. Well, there's ones like apple and pears, stairs. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Oh, lad, my mind's gone blank. Sorry, fella.
Don't worry about it, man. This has been a great conversation. We're very proud of you. We're very happy for you, as is the rest of the world. Keep killing it, bub.
Thank you very much, the fellas. I've no doubt that I'll see you again in the next couple of months when someone else gets their head punched in.
Okay, let's go. Whenever they lose, whenever you beat somebody else's ass, we'll get to chat with you. You'll be in the middle of another food coma, hopefully.
With my cheeks looking like this again.
Hey, enjoy your riches, sir. You deserve it.
Thank you very much, my man.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new face of the fight game, Paddy the Baddy. That was awesome. His refrigerator was awesome.
Oh my God, those donuts look unbelievable.
He's Hank Marvin.
That is literally. I don't know what that means. You see,
Well, he dropped the Hank Marvin because he said he was Hank Marvin, Barney Rubble, trouble, Hank Marvin, Starvin.
Got it. Okay. Start putting it together.
Here we go.
That's the most relatable thing I've seen.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Because I gain like 30 pounds every off season. I mean, that was literally how I did. So, because I enjoyed eating. Now, granted, as I got older, I had to change that. I assume something will transition, but I love that dude.